to the shot clock. After the buzzer. Hey, Lakers got the W, starting off the road trip in the right way, 121 to 115. And guess what? They were leaning on Anthony Davis all night, and he said, lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your man. 100. And he was the man tonight, man. He was doing it on the offensive end, on the defensive end. He got a couple of blocks tonight. AD was a force down low. And then you got to look at Austin Reeves. AR-15 is back. You know what I'm saying? That confidence is getting back up there. You love what you're seeing out of this guy. Double-double tonight. Could have had a triple-double. He was doing a few more other things, but it's like, hey, he was looking at everybody else, getting other people involved. Oh, man, you know, this team was looking amazing tonight, man. And you can see they already do a lot of ball movement, right? They do a lot of sharing. They get a lot of assists every game. But when they getting a lot of assists, it's because those shots that normally they miss are starting to fall. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just listen to Coach Darvin. Hear what he has to say about tonight. Darvin.
Trying to be better on the ball. You know, all of those guys, they have a tough, four-headed monster over there with obviously Donovan and Darius and Max and Karras. I mean, they put a lot of pressure on your perimeter defense. And then, you know, those two guys in the middle, Jared and Evan, they both can catch anything at the rim, around the rim. So it's a great balanced offensive attack that they have. So we really have to dig our heels into, you know, communicating, being aggressive in pick and rolls and DHOs. But first and foremost, not being as loose on the ball, being better on the ball. Our own ball defense, I thought, improved. And the times we did make a miss, you know, we didn't have that offensive rebounding bug bite us tonight. We did a much, much better job closing out defensive possessions.
It was a rare off-shooting night for LeBron, but AD seemed to step in, plus a couple other guys. 23 of his points came in the second half. What were you seeing from him on offense to carry things?
Just, again, like I said before the game, allowing things to come to him. Just making his reads and going, got into a rhythm, and then he just was in attack mode, like it was the play to be made. And so we needed all 23 of those. So it was great to see him step up and provide that scoring punch.
Yeah, obviously, you told us pregame that he's going to make the right play, and that's kind of in his DNA. He was coming off a scoreless second half, and tonight he has a season high, 32. Is there a correlation there that you saw, and just the overall level? I don't know whether it's aggression or focus or force, whatever you want to call it. Was that,
you know, when the game started off,
fever pitch?
It seemed like the Lakers were going to have their hands full on the defensive end. It really did. Donovan Mitchell was getting where he wanted to get to. He was getting to the line. I think was like the first quarter he already had 9 attempts from the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? So he was getting wherever he wanted to get to. But I should be looking at what that stat was after halftime, because the Lakers came out, started covering him totally different. Then they started focusing on Anthony Davis a little bit more, getting him the ball, getting him in rhythm. And then next thing you know, everybody was moving in rhythm, right? You know, when you look at those first couple of quarters, the guys were doing like they normally do. They're not really moving through the offensive sense. They're just sitting there watching LeBron back somebody down, you know, in awe of LeBron. You got to stop that. You got to be making sure that you're paying attention to where you need to be, especially in the offensive sense. 100. While we're still talking about it, let's go ahead and listen to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis.
What changed in the second half? What got you going?
Just being aggressive. I mean, we come out running the play for me. Trying to win the basketball game, honestly. You know, I think my team has set the foundation early on in the first half. You know, C. Wood with his point, Jackson with his you know, lob threat, and then you know, Austin, D'Lo, Bron, TP, Max. And everything just opened up for me in the second half, able to get some post-ups where they wasn't doubling, get some mid-range jump shots, some lobs. But I think it was just our defense just getting on and running after getting a stop, but just ultimately being more aggressive.
Speaking of Max, and obviously defensive possessions, Darvin said you guys kind of pointed him out after the game, but those 2 possessions down the stretch on Donovan, what'd you get from Max tonight?
Yeah, Max just wants to win. He plays hard. And to take that challenge against a guy who's an elite scorer from all 3 levels. You know, he made sure that he knows his tendencies and, you know, took on that challenge, especially late game when they know, the whole arena know that they're going to him. especially with like
Team
Darius
effort
Garland and
tonight.
stuff like that.
Max Christie was big tonight as well. Look, you talking about guys that are out here again moving without the ball, right? Getting open, getting the ball back down to AD, or they're hitting their open jumpers. So now, guess what? They can't double on AD anymore, and that's what started happening. He started getting his one-on-ones, and he was winning those one-on-ones. I mean, this is what the Lakers can do. And just think about it. We still have Gabe Vincent out, Vando is out, Rui Hachimura out. Just wait until we get some of these other guys back and see what we're going to do. But while we get a second, let's go ahead and listen to Austin Reeves, AR-15.
Just trying to get AD the ball early. So, Jackson did a really good job corner cutting when they kind of tried to, tilt from the bottom side and help on AD. Like I said, Jax, did a good job corner cutting. He was huge tonight, played a great basketball game, and, just tried to play the game the right way, as always.
Austin, two for you. When you look at the stat sheet and you see 7 guys in double figures and you see 34 assists, is this the kind of ball movement and trust offensively that you guys want to try to bottle moving forwards?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get that assist number up, it means you're playing the game the right way. You're making the extra pass, playing unselfish, and that's the goal. Because when you do that, everybody feels good, and everybody, has touched the ball, and when it gets swung their way, they feel confident with it in their hands. So, that's the main thing, for us as a unit is to play the game the right way, and like I said, to get those assist numbers up.
And from your rookie season how hard it can be to get into a rhythm when you're not necessarily in the rotation on a night-to-night basis. But what did you see from
You hear
Max
Austin?
tonight?
First of all, Austin is a 100% team player. Second of all, he understands what needs to happen even when he's not going. Try himself to get the ball to somebody else that is going, or try to get them going when it's not working for him. But the main focus is get these balls moving around, man, and get these guys moving around. That's what was going on in the first half. If you really go back and look at that game, the first half, they just didn't know what to do. They were getting ran up and down the court by everybody on the Cavs team, so then they were just looking flustered on our own offensive sets, right? Then, after they had that nice little halftime conversation, I don't know who ran it, but between Coach Ham and whoever else in there that was like, hey, we ain't got time for this tonight. They didn't have time for that tonight. 100. Let's go ahead real quick, man. Let's get ready to wrap it up. Let's just sing to the king, LeBron James. Back it home.
It's really a very efficient game for AD on offense. Just wondering, as a star player, you look at the top 10, 15 guys in the league, not many are asked to do as much as AD is defensively, and just kind of wondering how you balance then what you as a teammate or what people expect from him on offense, while also having that defensive end, and how much of that is just fair when you ask about the best players in the league.
Yeah, I mean, we expect a lot from AD. We want him to be aggressive offensively, at the same time anchor our defense. And, tonight was an AD game. I mean, I thought defensively, out there with a lot of those trees with Evan Mobley and also obviously Jared Allen. And so, I thought he did a great job of offensively attacking those guys, but at the same time trying to defend and, cover the glass when those guards were getting into the paint, trying to change shots at the rim, get block shots, whatever, and clean glass at the same time. So, AD was big time tonight for us.
Dave?
When AD has a game like he did against Dallas, where the points aren't there, and you guys as a team almost steal it.
Look, when you don't have it going, you get it to the guy that has it going. Period. That's all LeBron just said. Hey, man, look, AD was big for us tonight. We got a chance to get him two in the pocket. Look, LeBron was like, 8 for 23 tonight. It wasn't really his night offensively, but everything else that he does and did tonight that does not show up in the stat sheet. And again, this same thing goes across the court. These guys were just doing a lot of team help all night, and it was just working out for us. But just keep in mind, we still have so many key guys out. Gabe Vincent, Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura. Man, we got some solid guys that still haven't even touched the court, right? So, let's just stay focused. The Lakers are getting a lot better. The rhythm is getting better. And again, they're going to be passing the ball around. This is just what the Lakers do. But will they make the shots? And that's the shot clock. Thanks for tuning in to After the Buzzer. Until the next one.